Hello everyone, welcome back to Prashita Fun School. So today it is the second season of our entire program where we are helping you to understand how to make a ATS friendly and optimized CV that will help you to differentiate and stand out as compared to your competitors applying for the same job. So, why this season is important for you? Because in our previous season, we have already understood, right? What to add, what not to add, what is the template you should use. But now, after choosing the template, we will be building every section using formulas and AI that has already been proven by thousands of our students who have got placed or maybe have they got their first job calls from top MNCs like Accenture, Apple, SAP itself. Then we have Deloitte, EY, PwC, and many more companies, right? So let's get started with this season and build a powerful CV that will help you not only get shortlisted on the jobs that you have applied, but even if you do not apply to a job, you will start receiving job calls from the company itself through direct shortlist, and you can definitely crack the job if you have the skills and all. So, before going ahead, make sure one point that you understand: a recruiter doesn't read your CV at a whole, they only read your first bullet points. And if you have done something really great in your bullet points, that make it count and your probability of getting shortlisted improves. But even before recruiters see your CV, as we already discussed in our last session, that ATS scan your CV and they shortlist people or shortlist CV that has more percentage of keyword matches. So, how to build this, what it takes to build this is what we are going to discuss section by section and complete your entire CV. Either you are a fresher, either you are mid-level professional, or either you are someone who is looking to pivot from one career to another career. This section is going to be one of the very powerful section in your life, right? Let's get started with this. What is the agenda of today's session? We will be helping you build every section here. We will start with the header section, followed by professional summary, followed by work experience, followed by education plus certification and projects, followed by skill sections. So these are the five, five must-have sections in your series, and you should not even change any single word, any single section's hierarchy in your CV while preparing your own. Keep it as it is, right? Let's get started with this. But before that, by the end of the session two, you will be understanding how to write a header section that passes ATS. Correct format for name, contact, and LinkedIn URL. How to build a professional summary using four-line formula. Who you are, what you bring, what proof do you have, and what is your goal or aim so that you are applying for this job. Write work experience bullet point using ATTO formula. What is this formula? It is action, task, tool, outcome. Every time you have to use this, and we will be discussing more going ahead. The fourth one is structure education, certificates, and projects that you have to mention it correctly. Avoid most common mistakes freshers make. What we will be discussing more about it going in the followed on success. Then build a skill section that ATS and human both love. So here our agenda should not be, or our goal, final goal should not be only to impress the human recruiter, because as we already know, ATS do not read clumsy and more designed CVs. So we will be keeping our CVs very simple, very minimalist in a way that ATS easily scan it. Even human loves it to read. This is our final agenda, what we will be doing, or whatever CVs we'll be preparing in this session, right? So let's start with the header section. Your name is the first thing they see. Make sure it is not the only good thing. See, you have to start definitely with your name, your full name, not initials only, and not all the name of all the words in your name in block letter. It has to be capital letter first word and then small letter. I have seen many CVs, they have mentioned, all the words in block letter itself. It is not required. Second, phone number with country code. Third, a professional email ID, first name dot last name at gmail.com. Then a LinkedIn URL, a customized LinkedIn URL that is linkedin.com/in/ your name. How to do it? We have already discussed in our LinkedIn session. Then city and state. No full address is mentioned. I have seen many people mentioning your street address, your home name, nothing, not required. The only idea behind giving the city and state addresses, so that whenever some recruiter filter out people from this particular city or this particular state, your CV comes in the filter. That's it. No other help will do. This city or state will do, and recruiter do not have interest to know more about where do you exactly belong for. They just want to know what is your current location. That's it. Then portfolio or gift of limb if it is relevant to your role. This is exactly what you have to do. And these are the following things that you should never include in your CV: date of birth or age, not required. You guys are adding it, I know, but do not add it. Photograph, unless specifically asked to add a photograph, do not add it, because adding a photograph is not helping you anyways to get shortlisted at any point of time. So it is not required, because our first formula: do not add anything that do not help you to get shortlisted. So if your photograph is not coming in the coming across this formula, then definitely you should ignore adding a photograph. Then father's or mother's name, not required. Marital status or religion, not required. Then full residential address, as we already discussed, it is not required. Passport number or Aadhaar number is also not required to add in your CV, right? Only these things that you have to do is what you have to add in your header section. That's it, nothing less, nothing more, right? I hope you understand. Then this is a good example of a header section where, as you can see here, it has been mentioned Rohit Mehta, number, email ID, then LinkedIn URL, then current location, right? The same goes for the what is the golden rule for your header. Here is the name should be between 60 to 20 point, bold, first line, not curriculum vitae, right? Your first line should be your name. Then email. Email should be your first name dot last name at gmail.com, or maybe similar, somewhere similar. Never use Rediff mail or yahoo.com that are from 2005, right? Then LinkedIn. Customize your LinkedIn. Go to setting, edit public URL profile. You will be able to customize it, which we will be doing while adding your LinkedIn profile, right? So it is not required to do it now. Then phone. Always include your country code for international applications. So this is exactly the golden rule that you have to take care of while updating your header of the CV, because recruiter only read the top 30% of your CV, and if you are able to impress them in the top 30%, then you are shortlisted for the round, because recruiter do not get more than 6 seconds in average to read any CV. So in that, they cannot read everything. They have to just have a bird's eye view, and whatever feels that okay, these are the things that is okay for this particular role, so you will be shortlisted. So keep in mind that always use professional email ID, or always use a customized LinkedIn URL, always use your full name along with your number which has the country code. This makes your headline perfect. Then the second part, professional summary. This is a 3 to 4 line summary that tells a recruiter everything they need to say yes about you or no about you. If your summary is not able to convince a recruiter that you can be a good fit for this role, your chances of getting shortlisted is not even goes not even more than 5 to 10%. Because if your professional summary didn't convince your recruiter, then he will not read further, right? So the 4 line summary formula, what we use for our student who have already got shortlisted in number of multinational companies are: every professional CV must answer these 4 questions in this particular order, right? First, who you are. Your first line should start with who you are. MBA finance professional with 2 years of FP and experience at Deloitte, India. It described who you are. Second line should be what you bring. If you are selected, what you bring into the table. Specializing in financial modeling, DC evaluation, and Power BI automation. Okay, this is your skill. So, how would you prove your skills, or what are the achievements that you have done in your life? Now you have to mention it like CFA level 1 cleared and a track record of supporting $15 million plus amended transactions. Okay, this is the proof that you have worked with Deloitte, you have got the skills, and through those skills, you have been worked or supported 50 million plus dollar plus amended transactions, right? Then what is your goal? Why you are sitting in this interview? You are already there in Deloitte, right? So why you are sitting in this interview? What is your goal? seeking a senior analyst role in Big Four or BFSI with a growth focused firm. Okay, so this is your goal. This is exactly the structure you have to follow while adding any profile summary, and it applies for every role in this world. Every role that you are applying, this rule applies, right? So follow the same. These are the few three examples of professional summary that you should follow. Whereas for an MBA fresher, the first one you can go with for uh, 2 years experience marketing professional. The second one you go with the for career switchers from finance to consulting. The third one you can go with. All these things have already been added in your SOP or maybe in your AI QuickBooks. So even you can note it down from here, or you can just go and follow it from there. So that doesn't make any difference over here, right? So a professional summary writer prompt. This is the AI prompt that will help you to rewrite your prompt every time, your sub profile summary every time you are applying for any particular job. Why this is important? Because every job demands different type of skills, different type of achievement, different type of goals. So I want you guys to always update your CV as per the job description before applying any job. If you are even applying 4 jobs in a day, apply it by changing your CV, because 4 jobs with dedicated CV to that particular 4 jobs is much more good than applying 50 jobs, with that one CV. There is a higher probability that the first candidate who is keep changing his CV but have applied for only 4 jobs will get much more responses than the other candidate who have applied for 50 jobs from the same CV. So keep this in mind, right? Exactly. Then we have will forward to our third section, that is the work experience bullets. This is the section that get you shortlisted or rejected, because now you have impressed your recruiter through your header, through your profile summary. So they have given your CV more than few seconds, like 5 6 seconds. They have given some more time to you. Now it's your time. Now it's your part to tell recruiter that please select me for this role because I have already worked in this specific area. These are my experience, these are my expertise, and I have been doing the same thing. Even if you are a fresher, what you have to do is what we will be discussing going ahead, right? So always follow the ATTO bullet formula. This you can follow for your projects, for your if you are a fresher, this you can follow for your projects, for your internship, even for your individual projects as well. If you are an experienced professional, you can definitely use it as it your work experience. So what A stands for? Action. Start with a strong past tense verb, not responsible for, but what you have actually did. You can start with developed, reduced, led, supported. s- Right. These are the words you should start, you should use to start your bullet points with. The second is T. T for task. What was the specific task or project or deliverable you worked on? Maybe, for example, financial model or merge for mergers and acquisitions, monthly reconciliation process, customer acquisition strategy, whatever it is. Then tool. What tool, what software, or what skills did you use? ATS keyword opportunity is definitely what you have to do over here. That's because, whenever you are using tools, keep in mind one thing. When recruiter searches for candidates using filters, they use tools, they use the designations, they use few of the skills. So this is one of the important part where your resume might might uh might get might get the ATS filters, and they might get shortlisted through these tools only. So using Excel, Power BI, Python automation, leveraging Tableau is something like you can add under your tool section, tool wala section in your work experience section, right? Then the outcome. So okay, you have done all this. So what is the outcome? The measurable result, that is numbers, credibility. If no numbers, use scope or maybe impact of the work. Let's say example, reducing turnaround by 30%, maybe supported $50 million plus deal pipeline, maybe increasing accuracy by 40%. These are the things that you have, you know, that you can use, while adding your bullet points in your work experience category. And if you do not have a work experience, obviously you can go for your project or maybe your internship or whatever stuffs that you have done related to your particular industry. So how you should use this, let's discuss with an example. Automated monthly PNL. This comes under your action. PN reconciliation, Using Python plus Excel, this comes under your task. Then reducing close cycle by 30% and eliminating 4 hours of manual work week. This comes under your work experience. So as you see here, we have used all the four formulas ATTO and designed a professional summary for your CV. This is exactly what you have to do. And for this, you are not going to do it alone. You have your AI now. So we will be getting you a AI prompt that will help you to design such profiles, professional summaries for every job description that you are applying for. Right? This is exactly what we will be doing going ahead. Let's say this is the work experience, this is the AI prompt. We have already given it in the cheat sheet or maybe the AI cheat that you have all in your course data set. So go ahead and open this AI sheet, use the prompt, use the job description, use the company title, whatever it is required, give it to AI, maybe Claude or ChatGPT, and it will get you the right detail, the right professional summary for you. Then education plus certifications plus projects. Freshers leave here. And for experienced professionals, this section can be used as a differentiators because there would be a lot of freshers applying for a particular job. But if you have certifications, if you have projects and you have really done something good in your education, this is going to be your differentiator. And for experienced professionals as well, many of the people might be working with same experience with same company or maybe in similar industry. So what differentiate you is this section. So do not even feel that okay, these sections are not important, but I would say these are one of the important section in your CV. Education correct format would be degree plus specialization plus institute plus year of passing, and CGPA only if it is above 7 or 70%. If it is less than that, no need to add any CGPA of your entire academics. Then certificate, what to include? Finance certificates, data and tech certificates, marketing certificates as per your relevant industry. What you have to skip? Basic computer courses, typing certificates, school level achievements, outdated certificates. Do not apply them. Do not add them over here. Then projects, format and what to include. Project title like DC evaluation with Infosys Limited, duration, then tools that you have used, then outcome of the project. This is the exact format that you have to use, while adding your project, your education, and your certification. There's a few mistakes that you should do or should not do, which are very common, which you again get in your uh, SOP. So we'll not taking more time to discuss this over here. Then the skill sections, the most underused section on most CVs is skill section, but I would say that this section speaks directly to ATS. If you have a really good CV, every time when a recruiter searches candidates from your particular relevant industry, you would be one of the top applicant because recruiter searches based on skills, based on tools. If you have all the tools, all the skills that is required for these roles, your CV is one of the most ATS friendly CV in the world. So, how to build your skill section for technical skills? See, first, skills should be scannable, relevant, and ATS keyword rich, not like just a normal laundry list, right? So, for technical skills, specific tools, software, platforms you are proficient in, and always include heavily scanned by ATS. You should be knowing, right, what skills that is required in your particular industry. If you do not know, take help of ChatGPT or Claude or maybe any other AI tool. Ask them to get you 15 top technical skills of your industry and add 4 to 5 of that. Domain skills, industry specific knowledge and methodologies. So, recruiter, you understand the business in this particular area. If you do not know what are the skills, if you want to still develop your skills in this, again talk with ChatGPT, Claude, or any other AI tool and help and ask it to get you 15 tops domain skills of your relevant area. Upload the JD and ask him to find out all the skills, all the technical skills, all the domain skills, all the soft skills that is needed in order to add in your CV to make it ATS friendly. And ChatGPT will get you because we are already giving you AI prompt that will help you to get this particular skills. Languages, if relevant to the role, if you are a trilingual, then a state proficient level, then you have to add. Else languages is not needed even at some point of time. Soft skills also not required because as a fresher we are going to make a one page CV, so mostly focus on technical skills and domain skills. Even there is a space because you might not have some project, you might not have done some of internship, then Definitely, you can consider adding soft skills and languages. But if you do not have, then do not. If you have other good things to add, then it is not required to add soft skills or languages over here. So skill sections, do's and don'ts. So we will be discussing it because it is very important. Mirror keywords from the actual job description. What keywords you have to mirror? Upload your job description, download your job description, upload it into the AI, maybe Claude or Chat GPT, get the prompt that we have given. Then it will give you the exact mirror keywords that is required for you to add in your CV that will help you to get shortlisted easily. Then list tools with versions where relevant. Then group by category, technical, domain, software. Do not just mix up everything under one category. Group it through category. There should be majorly two categories: technical skills and domain skills. Then list certificates in line. Python from where you have done. Then keep it, up to 12 to 18 skills maximum. Quality skills over quantity. This is exactly what you have to do. Never do this. List MS Office. Everyone has it. It's signal nothing. Rate your skills with bar or star. ATS cannot read it, so it is not useful. It takes space in your CV. Include hardworking, team player, self-motivated. Not required to add anywhere in CV those words. List the same skills twice in different categories. Do not do that. As buzzword, you can't demonstrate. Even if you add buzzwords, then recruiter might not use those buzzwords, right? Then how your CV gets shortlisted? So use words that is commonly used in industry. This is exactly what you have to do, and this is exactly how all section assembled of a complete CV looks like. But before that, we have also given you, right, ATS, completely ATS friendly CV templates with all details included in that. You just have to customize your personal details like your name, education, email, phone number, and you are good to go. You can start applying with that. So you can just check out the links in the first page of your course, and you will be getting all the CV templates. We have around 8 to 9 CV templates over there. So this is exactly what your CV should look like. So now open your CV draft. You have 10 minutes. Build as many sections as you can. Write your header, draft your professional summary, write to ATU bullet for your last role, list three target skills for a real journey. This is exactly what you have to do. This is, can take it as a small task for your own practice, and build a CV before you use AI to build your CV. Use a CV, you build a CV of your own. So this is exactly what you have to do. We discussed this previous in our last lesson as well, but this is exactly what you have to do. Again, that is for practice, but this is to build a real CV. Write your professional summary using prompt 2. Rewrite every work experience bullet using ATTO format. Structure your education section correctly. Build your skill section in three categories. Assemble your full one page or two-page CV draft. Keep it one page if you are a fresher. If you have more than 2 3 years of experience, go up to 2 pages. All sections together, check length, check formatting, bring it to session 3. This is exactly where we will be concluding our session through session 2, but we will be discussing with few more questions. So before we begin with session 3, there are three tasks that you have to do. Task 1, complete your full CV draft, all sections. Task 2, run AI prompt 2 plus 3 for your profile. Task 3, match your skill section to 3 real JDs. So you will understand whether you have the right skills that your industry demands. If you have it, well and good, just optimize your CV, optimize your profile, start applying. If you do not have those CV that your industry demands, definitely the answer is you have to, start working on your skills first rather than just keep applying again and again. So this is exactly what you have to do on your uh, before starting your session 3, right? So this is a session 2 deliverable guide, which we already discussed. Then section 2 exercise. Okay, who I am, what I bring. Okay, this one you will be doing as you already discussed in the practice project. Your header is the first handshake. Okay, the few key takeaways over here is your header is the first handshake because a professional name, contact, LinkedIn should be clean. No DOB, no photo, no father name, nothing else. Only name, contact, and LinkedIn and email ad. That's go great over here. 4 lines is all your summary needs. Who you are, what you bring, your proof, your goal. Recruiter reads it in 8 seconds. Then ATTO turns description into a achievements. Action, task, tool, outcomes. Use the same formula in every bullet point, every time, no exceptions. Then education is a freshest work experience. Structure it like a job, institution, a degree, year, CGPA, and project outcomes. Skills equals to ACA, ATS, passport. If you do not mention the right skills that recruiter searches for in your CV, then ATS will never be able to find you, right? So match keywords from the JD, categorize them, keep under 18, never use bars or stars. Always keep it very simple as per the template that has been provided to you in our course, right? Few of the questions that might come up in your mind that I do not have work experience, can I still write bullets? Yes. Write ATTO bullet for intensive live project, college festivals that you have volunteered, freelance work, or even strong courseworks. My CGPA is 6.2. Should I hide it? If it is below 7.0, simply omit the score. List the degree, institute, and year. If asked directly, be honest. Your skill, project, and experience matter more at this stage. Isn't AI written content on a CV considered dishonest? AI is a written aid. You are not asking AI to write your CV. AI is not the author over here. You decide what experience to include. AI helps you write it better. Every bullet still represents your work. The format just got a professional upgrade through the help of AI. But you are the one who decides whether to add this or to skip this in your CV, right? So this is not dishonest if you are using taking help of AI. The entire world is doing it right now. Then how many bullet points per rule is right? 2 to 4 bullet points for each rule. More recent or relevant rule get 3 to 4. Older or less relevant rules get two. Never just one. It look incomplete. Never make it more than five. It looks like padded over data. So this is exactly few of the questions that you might guys have. So we have cleared it. In case you have more questions, definitely you can come up and ping us in our groups or maybe to your mentors in your chat section over WhatsApp. So to wrap this up, we have built every section of our CV in this session. So, what is important and why next session is important now? So, in the session three, we will be understanding how to customize and apply smart for every role so that we will get shortlisted for any role that we are applying. We will be learning JD based CV customization, career change CV strategy, ATS optimization, deep dive into AI prompts, 15 common mistakes, CV mistakes that usually people do while applying, and final CV audit checklist plus application tracker. This is exactly what we will be learning with session 3.